Old Grognard says, let's learn about the wild die mechanic in the D6 Star Wars role-playing game. So with the whole OGL 1.1 controversy going on, I thought it'd be a good time to talk about some interesting game mechanics from games I've played over the years. These might be of interest to someone who is making their own game, or just wants some new house rules for whatever they're playing. How this actually worked in play was that your ability scores and skills in the game were listed as a number of dice plus a fixed number between 0 and 2. Since all the dice in the game were D6s, the code was listed as D, so that die code of 3D plus 1 meant 3D6 plus 1. But since all you use in this game are 6-sided dice, there isn't a reason to put a D6 when you can just put D and it's understood. So back to our 3D plus 1. In a die pool like this, you would have one of your dice be different than the others. Usually it was a different color, or it'd be a die with Arabic numbers on it instead of pips. How you marked it different really didn't matter, as long as you were consistent and you could tell it apart from the other dice. When you rolled your dice, you would add them all together and state the total, unless you rolled a 1 or a 6 on your wild die. If you rolled a 1, you would remove the 1 from the die pool and whatever die in the pool was that was the highest, then add what was left together. So in this case, your roll would be a 5. You might still succeed on this roll if it's a very easy task, but there was always an option for the GM to add a complication where you would be successful, but this thing happened. On the other hand, if you rolled a 6 on the wild die, then you would add up the total normally, then re-roll the wild die and add it to the total. If you rolled another 6, then good for you. You would add it to the total and then roll again. And if you kept rolling 6s, well, your total might be really high because you just keep adding them. Note that in this game, rolling a 6 on the wild die doesn't mean an automatic success. But if you roll a bunch of 6s in a row, anything is possible. And that's how the wild die mechanic works in D6 Star Wars 2nd Edition. In some upcoming videos, I plan on explaining game mechanics in 2nd Edition Dungeons & Dragons, Cyberpunk 2020, and some more 2nd Edition Star Wars. Well anyway, thanks for watching. Binky the Chijawa and I wish you a wonderful rest of your day.